Mexico, we have student athletes Cerise Bainin, Linnea Bryan, Coach Mike Bradbury. Coach, if we can start with you, just some thoughts on today's game.
Well, it was, the game that we expected. We felt like it would go down to the last possession. It did up there. They hit a shot at the buzzer. Or with the second or two, 0.7, I think, up there today. They hit one with 1.1. It was the game I think we expected, and probably everybody else. I was really proud of how our kids played and how hard they played, and and how we fought. Once again we come up a basket short. We've had 4 of these in the last 2.5 weeks that we've lost 4 games at the buzzer on the last shot, not the last possession, the last shot. And the way our kids continue, and it was all against the top 3 teams. The way our kids continue to bounce back and practice well and come out and play the next one and play the next one. That's what made this group special. We got down to bare bones in players, and they continued to fight and put us in this position.
Thank you, Coach. Take questions for the student athletes.
For either one of you, how reminiscent was it to the Boise State game just a couple weeks ago?
This is like Coach said, we knew it was going to be almost the same game, last possessions of the game. So it sucks. It hurts that it came down to the same way last game. Just give credit to Boise; they're a really good team. So, like you said, we've had 4 games like this. So we tried. We played really hard. It just wasn't our game today.
Also, for either one of you guys, as Coach just said, bare bones. You guys don't have a whole lot of bodies left at the end of the season. And you guys do play a style that's up and down, and you guys obviously fight hard and we're running like crazy. How much is, at the end of a game, how tired are you guys, or are you guys not feeling it? Is the adrenaline taking over at that moment?
We feel it, but like you said, they're not going to change the way they play just because we're down players. Like, we just had to step up, next man up, and just play as hard as we could, and I thought we did that today.
J.R. Oppenheim, KOB TV in Albuquerque for either player. Boise State was able to keep up with you. How were they able to keep up with that quick pace from what you guys saw on the floor? And if either one of you could just kind of talk about what you guys saw on that final play.
Boise State also plays fast. They like to get up and down, so we knew it was going to be a fast-paced game on both ends of the floor because they run in transition. We run in transition. On the last play of that shot, we did our defensive assignment. We did what we needed to do, no foul, and Brooke just got the shot off. And there's nothing we could have done better, nothing we could have did to prevent the shot. We played defense, and that's all we can say.
And if either one of you can answer, just talk about the first year with Coach Bradbury, kind of just summing things up. How would you evaluate the season under him?
Well, like you said, the pace changed a lot, but we learned a lot. I thought I learned a lot this year. We did have some bumps in the road with injuries, but other than that, I thought it was a good year.
Under Coach Bradbury, it was a whole new system we all had to learn. They had to learn us. We had to learn them. It turned out to be better than what we thought it was this year. Being down players, we still proved to people that we can still play. He changed a lot of our mindsets to work hard every day in practice. I think that was the biggest thing. No matter what, nobody really cares. Every game we have to focus on that game and then move forward with who we have, and we just got to play hard every day, or it was not going to matter to us.
With 7:41 left, you guys take a 5-point lead. It's 57-52. You guys went on a run. There was a media timeout, I think, in there, and from about the final 7.5 minutes until that 3, you guys shot 1 for 9. Were they doing something different? Were the shots just not falling? What was that stretch and the struggles? What caused the struggles in that stretch?
I think we just weren't getting the stops. We were just letting them lay it in. We were doing good. throughout the entire game, and then we were just letting them drive it by us. We just weren't hitting open shots. Like, that it happens in the game. It's a game of runs. So if we weren't going to shoot, if we were going to make it, we had to make them not make it. And I think that's where we didn't stop them a little bit when they got back-to-back layups, is just the guarding part of it. But overall, we did a good job, and we just got to hit shots down that stretch.
Anything else for the student athletes? Okay, we'll dismiss them at this time. Thank you, ladies.
Thank you.
Questions for the coach?
Coach, asked the same question that I asked them about the 7:41 mark. You guys have a 5-point lead. Then something seemed to shift a little bit, and maybe it was just a matter of shots not falling. But
Yeah, I mean, Alex got a wide open 10-footer. It was, it rims out. Reese got 2 open threes and a layup in transition that didn't go in. We got great shots. We got it to Rochelle point blank, came up a little short. Any one of those go in, and they were all great shots. Any one of those go in, the outcome changes.
the last 2 buckets, I'm going to start with yours. First of all, you draw up 2 plays because they get the warning and saw what you were doing. I imagine that's what happened and why you did the second one. First of all, when you draw up the play that did go in, is that something you have used? Have you guys used that before?
Mm-hmm. No, we haven't. We have a series of 3 plays that we have for any game, last second plays, and we used 2 of them at Boise last time. We used a couple at Colorado State. Each time we use them once, we put in a new series of 3. So we had one drawn up. They take the delay game, and is where that hurt us was we had to use our last time out to draw the next one up, because if not, we would have got to advance it with 1.1, and then we would have been able to draw up our last one, so then we would have got the last shot. So that's where that hurt.
Let me ask about their play, and then I want to ask you about just the advancement rule. But their play, then they draw. Is that something you maybe could have done something different on? Or
Yeah, we thought they were going to get her at the top, which is why we were in man, and then we could double her at the top of the key. She slipped down to the block, and good play on them. Our kids did everything that we told them to do based on what we thought they were going to do. It was my fault. We should have been in a different defense, and but that was so that our kids did everything right. If there's anybody to blame for that last play, it's me. We should have been in a different defense.
both teams benefited from the advancement in the final 10 seconds. Just general thoughts on the advancement of the ball. Are you in favor of that in general?
Yeah, I think it's great. It's a good rule. It makes the game more exciting. There's a lot more coaching involved when you got that. I mean, clearly you could see that today. I mean, they're very well coached, and we come out, have to make a three. Our kids execute it perfect, and we get a wide open one. Okay, so now it's tied. We're the second best defensive team in the league, and they draw up one after they advance it and get it to their best player 4 feet from the basket. So, I can, you can say it was, two good plays drawn up, and both teams executed them, perfectly.
Coach, obviously the emotions of a close game and a tough loss like this are evidently there. But just, with you coming off your first season, just a quick evaluation of how your team performed.
Yeah, I thought they were great. For us to be able to win the number of games we won and finish where we finished with everything that had happened, throughout the year. I couldn't be more proud. I mean, they were 100% bought in and played hard, with exception of one game. We really competed every single night against the best teams in the league.
They competed, they fought hard, they bought in. What did you learn in your first year? It's a little bit of a different beast there at UNM.
It is. It's the greatest thing because, those people care, and they care about women's basketball. it says 1,600 on here. I don't know how accurate that was, but if that's an accurate number, I'm going to say 1,550 were Lobo fans. So the support, and you got to remember now that our men don't play for 2 days. So, these people came to watch our kids play. And, the fans are tremendous. The support is tremendous. So, so what I've learned about it is that, they care about it and they expect our best effort and my best effort, and our kids to act right and do right and all that, every single second. So that's what we try to do.
You see something, a foundation sort of being built. You see something that can parlay this into your first year into a pretty good run here at UNM?
I think so. I think we just got to continue to get out there and recruit and continue to build the roster and keep improving with the ones that are still here and those kind of things. But there's really no reason why we can't be good there. I mean, they've got a good history of being good. There's no reason why we can't get back there, hopefully sooner rather than later.
Anything else? Thank you for your time, Coach.
Yeah, thanks.